Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Professor William Corder, and I am the instructor for this Physical Geography and Environment 101, number 34977 in this spring 2024 semester that runs from February 25th at 4 p.m. through June 8th, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. in this 14-week semester format at Santa Ana College. Wow, that's a mouthful. Canvas, what we're going to operate on, suggests using Chrome or Firefox rather than Safari, although I'll tell you a deep, dark secret. I'm actually using Safari right now, but that's what they suggest. They also suggest that you clear your cache to ensure the fluidity in the functioning of your system. YouTube has lots of videos on how to do that if you don't know how to do it. The Canvas phone number is 844-612-7428. I would load that into my phone if I was you. It is indeed loaded into my phone. And that way you have quick and easy access to them. They are available to you free of charge 24/7 because you are a student in this class. I'm going to tell you a quick story before I explain how to get onto the course site and some of the things that we're going to have to do. So I work out sometimes at the YMCA, and sometimes I work out with this gentleman named Gabe, like Gabe. He's a bit older than me. He's a Vietnam veteran. And when he found out that I teach geography for a living, he said to me, I never realized how important geography was until I got sent to Vietnam. And you can imagine why that would be the case. Because if you're fighting in a war, you need to be able to understand coordinates to call in fire or reinforcements or whatever it may be. That means you need to also be able to understand latitude and longitude. You need to understand topography. You need to be able to read maps. You need to be able to understand meteorology and climatology, weather, all that kind of stuff. In addition to that, it probably doesn't do you any disservice to be able to speak foreign languages in addition to that and understand culture. So what I'm telling you is that geography is really a kind of cross-disciplinary subject, and it can be applied in lots of ways, and I hope you do that over time. So let's go through what we have to do. First, you want to type in sac.edu, like you see up here, sac.edu. And then this page or a similar page is going to show up. If you click on the Canvas, you're going to see that this bronze log into Canvas banner is going to show up. If you click on that, it will allow you to input your information, and eventually you're going to be directed to something like this. This is called your Canvas dashboard. Now, this is my Canvas dashboard, so it probably looks a little different from you, especially if you're only taking one class with me, if you're not taking 7 classes with me. But let's find your class. Here it is right there, Geography 101, number 34977. Click on that, and this will bring you to your Canvas homepage. It says Start Here, probably a good place to start. So if you click on that, you're going to see this is going to open up. I would suggest that you read through all of this and watch that video. Let me come back over here to home again. The first assignments from Module 1 that you'll see momentarily must be completed by Saturday, March 2nd at 11:59 p.m. If you don't complete them, I'm required to drop you by both the college and the state of California. Okay, I'll show you what they are momentarily, but they do need to be completed. At least a couple of them need to be completed. And I'll show you which ones they are momentarily. Now, part of it is a syllabus quiz. So the first week you have to take a syllabus quiz. So let's go over here and click on this tab over here that says syllabus. And what's going to happen is the syllabus should auto open for you. I mean, sometimes it takes a minute or two. There, it's doing it. Notice up here there at the top, deadlines matter. Okay, they do. So please make sure you understand there are no makeups, no retakes, no redos on anything. Please read through the syllabus in its totality because, as I said, there is a quiz on it. You can see here's the stuff about no-shows and deadlines matter again. Canvas contact information, which I already gave you. Disclaimer, the instructor reserves the right to modify this syllabus or course overview if needed. Guess who the instructor is? Raise your hand. That's right, it's me. Exactly. There's some information on how to contact me. Course name, description, and format. Textbook. There is no required textbook for this class. The textbooks are recommended, and they're really for reference. I'm not going to draw any questions directly and exclusively from the textbook, okay? If you want to use a textbook. There's lots of information in the modules anyway. Course placement and transferability, so what the class does for you, DSPS statement, student learning outcomes, course objectives, course topics. This is all part of the syllabus. Do notice this, that course topics, the course is broken into 4 sections. After each one of these sections ends, we have, or at the conclusion of each one of these sections, we have an exam. So there's 4 exams in this class on each one of them on each one of those sections. Attendance, this tells you what attendance means in a fully online class like this is. ChatGPT and other AI warnings, look, just don't use them, okay? If you use them and I catch you doing that, and it's likely that I'm going to for a couple of reasons that I cannot tell you about, I'm going to have to report you to the college and file a Maxient report, which is a hassle for me and it's not good for you. So just don't do it. Course grading. Notice there's 4 100-point multiple choice exams, 8 video homework assignment quizzes worth varying points, a syllabus quiz worth 20 points, 9 discussion boards. You can see right here that the scale that we use to grade your classes, your grade ultimately at the end, is a straight scale. No exams will be dropped. No video homework assignment quizzes will be dropped. The syllabus quiz will not be dropped. No discussion board assignments will be dropped. There are no makeups, retakes, or redos on any grade assignment, quiz, or exam. And a 0 will be assigned for all exams, video homework assignments, and discussion boards not completed. Once a grade assignment closes, it cannot be reopened, and no late work will be accepted on any grade assignment, quiz, or exam. So here's the schedule for the semester. Take a look at that. Technical support. Whoops, sorry, skipped over that. Canvas course site. Required technology. I will tell you this right now, that all of the videos in this class are captioned. This one is captioned professionally, but they're either captioned professionally or by me personally. I've noticed that with YouTube, there's a couple weird things that have happened as I've downloaded the professionally captioned components. Sometimes it screws them up at the end, but mostly they're really, really good. Okay. And you can just have them on and watch them while you're taking the class and while you're watching the videos. Assignments in Canvas, important dates, miscellaneous, title on it. Okay, let's scroll down here. In addition to the syllabus, that syllabus quiz also contains part of a quiz on suggestions for the successful completion of geography and these 12 bullet points, so make sure you read those. Here's instructor contact. There I was right there at the Taj Mahal. Instructor bio, something about me, emailing me. Please make sure you read this stuff about emailing me before you send me an email or a message to Canvas. Course description, required materials. Remember, there is no required textbook, and so on. Let's go back over here to home. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on modules. When I click on modules, you're going to see the modules are going to open up. And here they come. There we go. Not those, but this right here, starting with course information. I would read through this stuff with course information. Click on each one of these and it'll auto open for you. Net tutor, resources, and so on. But here's module 1. This is what we're going to do the first week. So each week we have a module. Okay, there's 14 modules in this class. There's module 2. This is for the second week. Here's module 3, module 4, and so on. Okay. And what I want you to see in module 1 first is this, that in module 1, you have 2 quizzes that are due at the end of the week. So on March 2nd at 11:59 p.m. You have the syllabus and suggestions for successful completion of geography quiz, and the discussion board is due. Now you'll notice that there are 2 of these video homework assignments here. These are due on March 9th. So you actually have 2 weeks to do those, but these first 2 you must do. Otherwise, I am required to drop you. Okay. Now, if you take a look, if you click at module 1 introduction, which is what I suggest you do, and each one of the modules is a little introduction, I would read through this and watch the video, gives you some information about it. All right, I'm going to just click back over here, though, very quickly. Thank you very much. Just dropped my phone. Syllabus and suggestions for successful completion of geography. So notice, if you look at this, this tells you the information that you need to know, the instructions on taking the quiz. And you can see it's open from 5 p.m. on the 25th until March 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Then click next down here, but make sure you get it done. Here's the introduction to the first of our many discussion boards. Sorry, I'm stumbling a little bit, but there's some noise going on around me. So if you haven't done it before, what you do is you click on reply, and then you type in your reply, blah, 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 after you've read through whatever it is that's up there, and then you click post reply. I'm not going to actually post this, of course. And then once you do that, you can see other people's posts, and you're required to reply to somebody else in addition to reply to the prompt itself. Then here's the first of the 2 video homework assignments. So what you do is you click on this, and what's going to come up is a professionally captioned video, captioned by the very famous and rich Annenbergs. You click on that, you watch the video. Each one of these videos is like 28, 29 minutes long, and then you take a quiz. Make sure you read the instructions. Here's the second one. Click next, and there it is. Same thing. Click on that. That link will bring you over here. And once again, professionally captioned. All right, very good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here to modules because I want to show you a couple other things. So at the end of each section, so section 1 is module 1 and module 2, and at the end of that in module 3, we have an exam. All right, then module 4, module 5, module 6 account for section 2, and then you can see the section 2 exam, and so on as we go through the semester. All right, notice this though. For module 1, what you need to do is this. This is the textbook and professor. It's just a video on, how the textbook and I compare and how we're different. But if you click on section 1, module 1, terms and concepts, these are the terms and concepts that you need to get out of the first module. Okay, so module 1. Where do you get this information? You get that information from each one of these lecture videos. So here's Introduction to Physical Geography and the Environment of the Earth System. You click on that and there's the video. You hear me talking. Once again, it's professionally captioned or captioned by me. That one happens to be captioned by me. Geometry of degrees. Okay, same thing. Okay, so you just go through those and that's where you get the information from. Then in module 2, you can see we have a discussion board and, continue on. Anytime you see this more about, you do not have to watch some more about. It is literally that. It's more about this topic and having somebody else discuss it. Notice that all of the graded assignments are indented one place. So you can see that there's discussion board, and then you can see over here, all of these are also indented one place. Okay, let me click back over here to home. I'll tell you something. The discussion board topics are not just straight ahead geography topics necessarily, although almost anything can be construed as geography. But they're meant to represent topics that might arise kind of organically in a face-to-face or a live class. They have some relation to geographic topics, but they might be kind of distantly related. Nevertheless, they're the types of things that come up in a college classroom and then elicit discussion. And so that's what we're going to do with the discussion boards. Now, let me ask you this question. Raise your hand if the answer to this is yes. Would you like 5 extra credit points on your section 1 exam? That thing I just showed you that is in module 3. Would you like 5 extra credit points? Raise your hand. Everybody raise your hand if you would like it. Okay, it looks like a lot of people raise their hand and they will take those 5 extra credit points. Here's what you do. Email me or message me through Canvas with the name of the guy from the YMCA that I spoke about regarding geography at the beginning of this video. Okay? Then put the name of the class, which is Geography 101, and number 34977, along with his name in the subject box of the video or the Canvas message. And to put your name in the body of the email. This must reach me by 11:59 p.m. on Saturday, March 2nd in order to receive those points. And guess what? This is not the only time you're going to be able to get free and easy extra credit. Basically, all you have to do is just read my emails and pay attention to what's going on and watch the videos. And it's just embedded. Like, for example, on the welcome email that I sent this video with, that's attached to the bottom, there's actually 5 extra credit points in there too. All right. Once you get those extra credit points, it'll help your grade in the long run. Let's have a great semester. Looking forward to it. Spring 2024.